Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
He's at the 20.
They should stop this one.
What you got? Domination, snot bubbles.
He throws, complete, touchdown. They've got him again. They've got him again. Sack Crumpler, what a throw, what a hit, what a catch.
Defense is just way too much for the count.
It's caught by Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown. He pushes, touchdown. Jalen Hood, touchdown. A.J. Brown, a run. He's going to score.
It's a touchdown by Nick Foles. The train is in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Torrey Smith in for the touchdown is Jefferson.
Touchdown. Jalen Hurts.
Dallas sucks, go Birds!
So we got our annual look inside the draft, and I have to say this year's draft took a toll on Howie in the scouting department early in the rounds, and this is why it's called the War Room, as Howie had to go through these tedious tasks with teams all night long just to get a trade up. It was crazy to watch. Check this out.
So just tell me off this what you would do. I'm not going to do something crazy. You think you have something better? Okay. I said, okay, I'll get back to you. Hey, buddy, are you interested in moving back? Do you want stuff this year, or would you look at next year? Yep.
Walking in here.
Okay. Elevator music.
That's mad.
Say it's got something better. Come on.
Nobody wants to trade down.
Well,
Acting like they have better
everyone's
trades,
saying
but
they are trading down, but
they
nobody is trading down. I don't know what to tell you, Jeffrey. I'm trying.
I know.
I'm trying. And I'm trying. Hold on. All right. Back to good karma. Here we go, guys. We're back.
And for sure, you guys remember last year's draft when Howie came calling the Commanders GM Adam Peters and basically haggled Peters to trade up for the 40th overall pick to draft Iowa defensive back Cooper DeJean, and where Washington proposed picks 50, 53, and 161 to the Eagles to move up 10 spots for DeJean. And even after all of that capital, Howie still trolls Peters, asking for pick 36 in exchange instead of pick 40.
Just throw us back 161 and we got a deal. Call Howie Roseman. Hey, I don't want to lose a pick, so just throw me back 161 on what you said and you're good.
But it just continues to becoming one of the biggest events in our sporting world. And thank you very much for your participation here.
1 minute remaining.
Okay. All right. Okay.
With the 38th pick.
Can we just get the higher pick then? Said no.
Los Angeles Rams have submitted their pick. Washington is now on the clock.
Hey, bud. Okay. No. 50, 53, 161. 50, 53, 161. Otherwise, we'll pick it. No, 161. So he did become more of a factor in the backfield. He couldn't run against Texas. Why? Because of sweat and fire. No, he tried to say it was 210.
Is he gonna?
What?
Is he gonna do it?
Yeah, I think he's gonna do it, but like he's like, yeah, okay, let me talk it back. 50, 53. I said 161.
Just keep saying they're gonna do it.
Hey. Okay. You're a pain in the ass. That's correct. Thanks. We're trading.
Well, that lovely exchange wasn't so lovely this time, as Howie attempted to trade up with the Commodores for the 29th pick in the first round, but was met by what Adam Peters called an in-division tax, and basically giving Howie the middle finger this year.
look at your little TV screen. Does Stone Cold accept your apology?
Detroit, I just spoke to. They said no. How many picks are we in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have the sixth
You have
guy.
the sixth player.
We have the sixth guy.
Oh, we got 6 guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Feeling about what?
Hey, buddy. How we doing? Yeah, it's a tradition. I feel like we should keep keeping trades. Any interest in a small move back? Let's see. So there's an in-division tax. You really didn't want to do a trade with me.
With the 29th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Josh Conerly Jr.
Here we go.
Tackle, Oregon.
Still okay. Connor.
It's a great pick.
Listen, man, I'm just excited that everything turned out great with the 10 picks that Howie was able to give the Birds in the draft. I'm also excited that we have a GM in Howie Roseman that's relentless in trading with teams and trying his best to better this Eagles roster, especially after reported anonymous NFL executive says Vic Fangio can make Jahad Campbell and Zach Bond a duo like Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. And we remember how those two guys were back when they was for the 49ers, the great duo linebackers. These guys were good in coverage. These guys were good in space. These guys were good against the run. I mean, you asked these guys to do it and they could do it. So if we can get that type of duo, I mean, that's stellar. That would be a stellar duo. So I'm just happy that we got our draft picks and we can now move into the 2025 season with high hopes for our rookies.
Hey. 168, the last one. Obviously. I'm giving you a free pick. You can do whatever you want after it. I'm not trading it. So if you want to trade it, you can. And I'm telling you what side I'm picking. I don't know. Maybe this is our first trade. Yeah, I'm going to defense. I'll do 164. All right, we're good? All right, we're good. Hey, great. All right, we're on the clock. Oh, perfect. Great.
What did we give up?
164. Look how we did that!
That's crazy. Whoa! I'm that player.
Jihad, we got you. You were a Philadelphia Eagle. Officially, we're on the clock right now. We just made a trade. Congratulations. We are so excited, man. Special.
Smile Munden Jr., linebacker, Georgia.
Drew.
How's it going?
It's Howie Roseman from the Eagles. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're going to pick you right here, brother.
Philadelphia Eagles select Drew Kendall, center, Boston College.
Give us in on the boat, Stout. Yeah, Stout. Let's go. Yeah, Stout. Do your magic, Stout. Go, Stout. I know you've been waiting a long time, but you ready to come to Philadelphia and get to work?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. I really am. I appreciate the opportunity, Coach.
Yeah, well, you're going to show us on the field. You hear me? When you talk about some of the guys that we've had here and you talk about Brandon Graham or Jason Kelsey or Fletcher, guys who've retired, draft picks, whole careers as Eagles, hopefully we have a lot more of them on this team. You know, you think about how that phone call maybe has changed their life. And so every time you're making those selections, you're doing it with the hope that you're changing the player on the other end's life and maybe all of ours.
Now, as we expected, Howard did a little roster shuffling the other day and waived Ty Davis Price to make some room and sign former University of Washington wide receiver Giles Jackson. Giles Jackson, let me tell you, this guy is a burner. He's a pure baller, and he reminds me of Devontae Smith, kind of with his route running ability and the way he runs his routes in and out of his breaks, his elusive athleticism. Man, I think Jackson is going to have a great shot of making the roster in training camp, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Jackson is on the short side for a receiver, like 5'9". He has a smaller frame, but he's 187 pounds. So he led the Huskies with 85 receptions in 13 games. 2024, he led the Huskies also with 893 yards, 7 touchdowns in his team's first season in the Big Ten. So we got to look out for Giles Jackson. I'm going to keep an eye out for Giles Jackson. This guy looks like he's going to be a solidified wide receiver 3. Jackson started his freshman career at Michigan as a 17-year-old freshman. He played in 13 games and became the second freshman in Michigan history to score touchdowns on kick returns, pass receptions, and rushing in the 2020 Citrus Bowl. Jackson is a home run hitter at kick return, and now we can probably get Cooper DeJean off of kick return, especially when Vic Fangio was speaking about how much he hated Cooper being at kick return. If Jackson can make the roster, he'll be a great kick returner for the Eagles. So the rookies spent their last day in minicamp today, and we got to see them in action yesterday. Also, we got to see Kyle McCord throw the ball around, and we got to see other rookies like Smile Munden and Ty Robinson. The Eagles also announced some of the veteran additions and their numbers that they'll be wearing this year, like A.J. Dillon with 29, Terrace Marshall with 46, Charlotte Hewlett with 47, Kenyon Green with 76, Elijah Cooks with 86, so on and so on. So we've seen Saquon pop out at red carpets and all kind of events during the offseason, and we even remember that one year when he popped out as Quadzilla. That was crazy. But this year, Saquon was at the Met Gala, and he showed the old school classic look, tuxedo, and I just think that it's cool to see Saquon after a big year enjoying his offseason. You know, I know that this guy's going to have a big year, too, in Philly. So massive, massive shout out to Saquon. We also got moves to the roster after the Eagles announced the trade from Eagles wide receiver / kicker Brenton Covey to the LA Rams. Amidst Covey's departure, he posted a heartfelt post on Instagram expressing his appreciation for the team, the link, in Philadelphia. Brenton Covey was originally set to be a restricted free agent this offseason, but the Eagles opted to go in a different direction at his position, which makes sense now that the Eagles are acquiring Gilles Jackson, because as a kick returner / receiver, I'm thinking that Howie's hoping Jackson will turn out to be a stud receiver at returning end receiver, replacing Covey in the future. Covey's RFA tender would have costed the Birds just under $3.3 million, but instead they let a 28-year-old Covey test the open market, and as a free agent, unrestricted free agent that is, he found a number with the LA Rams, and we wish Covey the best and hope he finds success in LA. I think it's either one of the two kickoff specialists, Avery Williams, a 2021 fifth-round pick who's a great kickoff returner but couldn't find that much success in Atlanta, or Giles Jackson, a young free agent signing who's a great receiver in kickoff. My vote is for Jackson, but whoever wins the job in camp and can help the Birds in special teams, then I'm all for it. Now let's get the channel to 2K subscribers before the beginning of the NFL season so we can get the Eagle tickets out to you, home or away of your choice. Of course, we got more news coming in on Eagle-centric. Be blessed and go Birds. Be sure to go like and subscribe to Eagle-centric. Eagle-centric is where you get your 24/7 Eagle news. To all of my Eagle-centric Eagle fans out there, Eagle-centric 24/7 Eagle news. Go follow on all platforms now. Eagle-centric. Go Birds, baby.